It's Natalia again, and as Alex mentioned, will show you behind the walls how it's all starting. So we are at the beginning of the project, and I will start from the basement right now. And actually, when you buy in the house, you try to see as much as you can before you step into the renovations. When you see big panel like this for electrical, you probably can recognize there are some outdated, obsolete items, very old panel, way more wires that you would normally have in the house. We have 2 stoves, and I have lines that are going for at least 3, so I don't even know where the last one is. So more questions than answers when you just look at this panel. So what are we doing with electrical? We are refreshing a lot of wires and making this panel a lot smaller, just maybe a half of the panel, a half of what you see now. Here at this space, before there was an old alarm system. And again, if you know what you're doing, you can say, okay, it's obsolete, like 20 years ago, you can take it down. But again, don't do it yourself. You don't know what it is. Hire a professional.
Yes. And I wanted everything that is being done is to maximize the space as well.
First of all, is health and safety for us. It makes sure the house is safe. Second, maximize the space and make it more modern. Make it livable, enjoyable. Make it bring it to the 21st century.
Yes.
But safe and sound. So there will be, it used to be door entry to the basement apartment here. However, there was very little storage space, so we decided to move after shortening this like making the box smaller here. We will move the door to the apartment here.
Right.
And you will have a huge storage space here for the tenant. Again, we're thinking about the people who will live here. There's only a little closet in the bedroom. In their bedroom, so we just say, okay, let's give it to the tenant. This one. As I was speaking with in the Ukrainian version of this video, one of the improvements we have done is raise the ceiling of this basement apartment by re-engineering the vent canal. If you see, it's a large, it's very
thin.
Like, I don't know how many inches there. 3 inches? How many inches there? 4? 5 inches there. So what you can see here, we have old ceiling ended up here. It was 78 inches from the floor, which is under the standard. The standard is 84 inches for the basement or any livable space be legal. So by remodeling the vent canals all across the apartment here, we gaining another 5 inches, making it 84 and a half with the
in height.
Yeah, so now you can make it legal. Now people can live here and enjoy it.
So to make the basement legal, what do you need to do? What do you need to make sure you have?
There are several requirements, and we may not recall all of them. But basically, first you have to have that height, as I mentioned, 84 inches. You have to have 2 separate entrances that are
For fire hazard?
Fire hazard. So we have one here and one at the back of the house from the room, and with the major ones.
Electrical as well.
Well, everything, and the rest of the system should be safe. Electrical, plumbing, water, anything.
So you will have an inspector to come and check it, right?
We have for every system. That's another thing. You have to check with the city what has to be. What do you need permit for when you build the house? For the major, for any structural change you make or additions, you absolutely need a permit. You need to show the drawings with the existing and with changes you propose. It has to be approved. You have to have permit on the window. That's no question asked. With the systems, as long as you have a licensed professional installing or checking, verifying your systems and all the water, vents, and electrical, you should be okay. except for the electrical, when you change in the panel, when you change it a major layout on your electrical, you call inspector the same day as you change it. He say yep, and yeah, you can have
You're
your
good to-
electricity back. So that's the only thing you really need for to call inspector for. And again, for the structural changes, a totally different story.
Okay, so let's go further.
Let's go over. Let's see. Those are my beautiful pot lights are coming. Again, when you want to save money on the jobs, stuff like running the wires. Yes, you can look it up and on YouTube and do it. But before you link it to the live lines, make sure you have a licensed
Professional
electric company to
Working with you, yeah.
working with you, and make sure you did it all okay. So our electrician is coming today at 3:00 to check our wires. What else? Yesterday, if you remember, those walls were bare, right? We had
So you open up the drywall to increase the insulation, right?
yeah, to improve so this wall is external wall, and it's a basement which is halfway is in the ground. When we did the temperature test, it was super cold. It was +10 with a 0 outside. It was just +10. When you put your hand on the
You
on
could
the wall,
feel
you could feel it. So what we did, we stripped all the drywall, and of course there was no insulation. So we increased the thickness of the wall and put in insulation, and it's already in here. And the drywall will cover it, and it will be nice and warm and cozy for people who live here. Again, something that we are doing as for ourselves, not for the flip. That's why I don't like the word flip. Sometimes people do it just fast and make it pretty with the paint, but don't really think about those who will be living in there. Anyway, so we are doing this for
Thorough.
thorough, step by step, taking our time, making sure it's all legal, all nice and
Comfortable.
livable for those who will be here. So that's basically. I don't want to touch it. Don't never touch it, because it will be itchy for a long time. But there were no other problems. In the basement here, it's very dry, very good. So we were lucky that way. We didn't have to go dig anything around and to waterproof. So that's a good one. I would like to show you the what kind of problems you can see with the. Hi Alex. Hi guys. What problems we encountered in the walls when we opened everything. So right now it's nice. You can see through. This is the bathroom. That was that is the bedroom here. But if you can just walk around, let's I will show you that just two beautiful studs that we encountered. That's the wall between bedroom and between the bathroom, and if you can see, you have a big problem here. It's not a bearing wall. It's just a wall between those two, but it still carries the weight of the tiles of the vanity or whatever you put it on, and you can see it's almost
Non-existent.
It's a quarter of an inch out of 2x4. That's it. That's what is holding all of that. So to fix this, once again, who is doing that? That it's some people who don't know anything about safety and about the
Structural.
nothing. So easy fix is just to place another 2x4 to secure it. Same problem here is when the broken stud was fixed by nails. 3 nails were around here to support it. Of course, it's not gonna hold it. You had to replace it right there. Never been done, so we put another
Post.
stud to keep it in place. A few more things here. The wiring. We're still working on the wiring, but let me show you. Oh, they already removed it. We had many wires that were just cut and reconnected. Whatever they had to put in, they were reconnected, and basically very many breaks on the wires. Actually, there's a whole room in this, the living room, was connected through the furnace. So the wire that went from the furnace to the, from that room to the panel was cut right somewhere there, and all the lighting in this room was done through from that. So we just, I don't even have words for things. So, but this is the things you will see when you open the walls. And if you want to do your reno, it's start with opening the walls in the basement. Then you will see all the things that will come up. I want to take you down upstairs now to show you the quiz. I have a quiz for you.
Okay, thank you. Let's go up.
Let's do the video number 3 then.